1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is,
Thank you for calling. Please listen to your list of 46 possible service options.
which is why when you choose USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable. 24/7 online service for claims, access to roadside assistance, and more. All at the touch of a button. Start getting the service you deserve. Get a quote today. Ability to receive a quote depends on membership eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliate, San Antonio, Texas.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. I am one of your hosts, Precious D.
And I'm the other one of your hosts, Honeybee.
We are two best friends making our way through the history of kaiju movies. We started in 1933 with King Kong, and we are now in 1998 with Kraa, the Sea Monster.
Don't you mean we're still in 1998? I feel like we've been in 1998 forever. I think it's more than that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is our 8th and last 1998 movie. It was a big year for this kind of thing.
It was a big year for it. Wow.
Kraa! Exclamation point. The Sea Monster. From Full Moon Pictures, Full Moon Productions, whatever, under their Monster Island imprint. These are the same people that made Zarkor, the Invader. Zarkor also had more letters in it than it needed. And I think it also had an exclamation point.
Yeah.
It was directed by Aaron Osborne and Dave Parker, but Dave only directed the Planet Patrol and Lord Doom segments.
Well, I would not brag about that.
Yeah, this is basically two different movies put together.
God.
Similar to Zarkor.
Yeah, it is same vibes. Same vibes.
Yeah. Our cast is Michael Guerin as Lord Doom, Jerry Lentz as the voice of Lord Doom, John Simonton as Chamberlain, R.L. McMurray as Bobby Machik, Teal Marcandy as Alma James, Robert Garcia as Captain Rurik, Robert J. Ferrelli as Monroe, Jeff Rector as team leader, Jeffrey Meyer as team member, Leon W. Grant as Wheeler, David Wall as Landerson, Deborah Hatch as scientist, Stephen Martinez as Captain Rurik. Is he listed here twice? There's two captain. I don't know why there's two guys listed here. I don't know what that's about. They're both listed as Captain Rurik. That makes no sense. Candida Tolentino as Lieutenant Abel, Allison Lohman as Curtis, Anthony Furlong as Garth, John Paul Fiedel as Kraa, J.W. Para as Magyar, and Mark Costello as Nuclear Power Plant Supervisor, uncredited.
Well, I'm just going to start off by saying I'm going to give you some positives because I don't have many, and it's a much shorter list. The best things, actors, scenes, whatever about this movie are Kraa and, Magyar? They were the best actors and things, which is not saying a lot, especially because, Kraa doesn't really say anything. He's just a monster. He looks incredible. Like, Kraa looks so good. I love this design. I love this suit. I love so much about Kraa himself, like the design of him, the looks of him. I am so sad that it is wasted on this piece of shit movie with really horrible acting, bad costumes, bad wigs, bad sets. This gave me very much like Power Ranger vibes. but without the nostalgia. So I hated it.
I think Kraa, I agree mostly about Kraa, but I don't think his eyes blinked at all. I think if his eyes had done something, it would have been.
But he's also
better,
he's part
right.
aquatic, so I feel like that kind of made sense because he's like kind of fishy a little bit. So I his eyes didn't really bother me because like fish don't blink either. You know what I mean? Do they?
Maybe
they do.
Might have a membrane. I'm not sure if they have a nictitating membrane or not. But sure, why not? This movie kind of sort of has a sequel, but not exactly.
You've got to be kidding me.
There's a movie from 1999 called Planet Patrol, which I started watching this afternoon when I discovered that fact. But it's not exactly a sequel in that it starts off with the same opening Planet Patrol scene of Curtis coming onto the ship and being introduced to the rest of the crew. They just reuse the same scene. So it doesn't really acknowledge the existence of the other film and events.
Weird.
They're just reusing the characters and outfits in a different story. And Lord Doom is also in that movie. And I think Kraa is in it, but I didn't get that far into it. It also reuses some footage from a much older full moon movie called Dr. Mordred, which was a Doctor Strange ripoff.
Huh.
Although I think somebody involved in it claims it's not, but it's my understanding that they were actually intending to make a Doctor Strange movie and then either lost the rights or couldn't get the rights. So they just changed his name and made it anyway. But there's dinosaurs in a museum fight that they just reused. I think Full Moon's done that in other movies, just reuse some footage.
Gotta get your money's worth.
There's not really a summary or even an entry on Wikipedia, so I found one on the Destroya Wiki.
Okay.
Because the Destroya Wiki thinks that a movie called Kraa: Revenge of Lord Doom is coming out next year, and that there is something called Destroya versus Kraa coming out, but I could not find any reference to that movie anywhere else on the internet. So I don't think it's a true thing. But anyway, they had a summary, so I'm going to use it. So thanks, whoever the Destroya Wiki is. I mean, it's part of this fandom website that anybody can just sort of create a wiki for. So. The evil Lord Doom dispatches a giant monster mercenary, so I guess he was getting paid to do this. Okay. Kraa, to conquer the Earth. A station belonging to the Planet Patrol, an intergalactic peacekeeping organization, detects his arrival. Curtis, a new recruit, uses her psychic abilities to pinpoint Doom's location, the dying planet Proyas. So the Planet Patrol is for young people.
Very young people. It's like they're like 12 years old. Like they're like Paw Patrol. They should have been Paw Patrol. They are babies, which is fine. Okay, yeah, they couldn't. It's fine.
But it seemed like they could have got someone who was at least 30 to be the commander.
Or they could have gotten someone who acts like.
Well, that too, yeah.
All of them, it's so bad. It's so bad.
They thought as long as we have these 4 kids in spandex, let's get 2 movies out of them. So they are in these really bad sort of Star Trek wannabe uniforms, and the exterior of their ship it's spherical, and it looks, I mean, to me it looks large, but there's nothing next to it to compare it to, so it's really kind of hard to say. But it just sort of looks like a planet. But the interior is just this one tiny little closet room with a bunch of equipment crammed into it and some swivel chairs. And it's not good. Not good at all.
It's so bad. I wish that the kids would have been I wish the kids and the adults who will get to it because it's just as fucking bad. I wish they would have switched. Like, I wish the kids were like on Earth, like running around like helping the other, alien dude, the alien police guy,
right?
And that the adults were in the stupid spaceship doing stupid life-saving things.
Oh, and Lord Doom is some kind of a creepy dude in a robe with a mask, and he's got a little person as his Chamberlain who wears his blue makeup and a robe, and they appear to be the only people on their cold, icy planet, which is why they need to invade other people to get some warmth or something. But there's no one other than the two of them that we see from that planet. Okay, so Doom targets the station with a pulse cannon, leaving it in critical condition. This ship takes just one shot and is immediately crippled. In their place, they dispatch the only agent in the area, the tiny alien Magyar. Good God. He crashes through the roof of a restaurant in New Jersey, where he meets a waitress, Alma, and a well-learned biker, Bobby.
Oh God, this biker.
They head to Alma's apartment.
Two, hold on, we got to talk about these two because, first of all,
sure,
this guy, he looks like he's like going to be a biker for Halloween. Like he's not a real biker. It's like he's a dude dressed as a biker with like a horrible wig. Uh-huh. The wig looks like it should be like on a woman in the 80s. Like the bangs, just the style of it, the part, it's just so bad. And then the woman is just like so, she's just always screaming and pissed off. It's like she's overdoing it. I feel like the kids, no acting at all, underdoing it. The adults, way overdoing it, like way overdoing it, so bad. It's just so bad, the acting in this movie. I cannot stress it enough. Right. I'm just like, wow. And his wig, I could not. It was just driving me fucking crazy.
We find out later why it's a wig, though. So Bobby is supposed to be sort of ironic in that, I'm a biker, but I know all kinds of stuff. I have an interesting background, and I know a little bit about everything.
Mm-hmm. Annoying.
So they head to Alma's apartment, where Magyar rapidly learns English and explains that he was trying to land in Naples, Italy, where a research project at the Atomic Fission Research Institute contains the key to a weapon which will allow him to destroy Kraa. And I guess because of this, he speaks in an Italian accent. So I think the idea was that he had already learned Italian with the intention of going to Naples, but then crashed in wherever the hell they are, Jersey or someplace. Jersey. And had to quickly learn English by just flipping through a book.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not going to tell you how any of the words sound. Right.
Unless you're an alien and you just know things.
Yeah. So he speaks with this so-called Italian accent throughout the remainder of the movie. A Black Ops team bursts in to arrest the humans and cage Magyar, taking them all to a black site. But I think before that, though, I think Bobby shaves. Is that when he shaves? Bobby shaves not just his beard, but cuts off all of his hair to disguise himself, I guess.
It's a little later.
Kraa zeroes in on Magyar's location after Doom alerts him to the alien's presence, causing much urban destruction along the way. Magyar escapes containment as the military prepares to evacuate the site and helps Alma and Bobby escape through the vents. Yeah, that's when after they escape is when he shaves.
Yeah.
The Planet Patrol buys them time by remotely driving Magyar's mothership into Kraa, knocking him over. So all the Planet Patrol stuff is not really connected to the stuff that's going on Earth. And there's not a whole lot of connection between Kraa's rampage and what the other people are doing.
There's really no connections anywhere at all, ever.
Yeah. I think there's one scene where Alma's in the foreground and sees Kraa wrecking stuff in the background. But apart from that, they're not interacting with him at all. Let's see. After learning the Institute in Naples was destroyed in a mysterious explosion, Magyar decides to build the weapon from scratch. With an estimated $20 million price tag on the parts, they impersonate Bridger, the leader of the Black Ops team, to enlist the employees and equipment of the Harvest Point nuclear facility. Bridger quickly learns of their plans and sends his team in. And Bobby seems to have some idea of how to do all of this. The weapon,
Annoying.
a laser cannon, malfunctions as Kraa approaches. Bridger captures Bobby while Magyar knocks out the agent sent to capture him. Curtis uses her powers to hold off Kraa, while Alma gets the drop on Bridger, allowing Bobby to repair the cannon, which of course he knows how to do. I think basically it became unplugged, though, so there's not that much he has to do. He just has to kind of plug it back in. Mm-hmm. As it fires, Lieutenant Abel uses the last of the Planet Patrol Station's auxiliary power to refract the beam, recharging the station. It turns the main weapon on Kraa. It turns its main weapon on Kraa, killing him. The Planet Patrol travels to Proyas and arrests Lord Doom after a brief scuffle. Not even a fight, really, just a scuffle. Although his minion Chamberlain quickly produces a key to the cell, which would set up a sequel, but as I said, the sequel isn't really a sequel. It's just sort of reusing the Planet Patrol. That movie, if you care, is also on Tubi and probably on all the other things as well.
Does Kraa have
Kraa is on Tubi.
Does Kraa have like a cult following?
I am not sure. The fact that nobody has written a page for it on Wikipedia
right.
makes me feel like it doesn't. Yeah, Kraa is on Tubi, Sling, Crackle, Amazon Prime, Freevee, Fubo TV, and Philo.
He just looks so good. I feel like it's such a waste.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good costume wasted on a bad movie.
The acting is so
I was looking up one of these people who I think the girl has actually been in some real movies, but I'm not sure how big. Yeah, I'm not sure how. Curtis. She's the only one I looked up. It wouldn't surprise me if Alma's been in some things.
I think if anyone else wasn't anything else, it would be Alma, but who knows? Just because she was the only one who was really acting, or at least trying. Ugh, God.
Oh, she was on some Nickelodeon thing.
Oh, okay.
She was on Kenan and Kel.
Okay.
And probably a couple of other things. Let's see. Let me find what's her name here. Allison Lohman. She was in White Oleander. She was in yes, okay. She was in Drag Me to Hell, and I believe she was the lead role in that.
Oh shit. Okay, we'll go her.
So her highest grossing film was Drag Me to Hell. And she got nominations for things in that.
Good.
Kraa was her first thing.
Yeah. That
Kraa
makes
Planet
sense.
Patrol. So that's fair. She Officer Down, which is a pun apparently because it's DOWNE, like that's maybe the officer's name, was her most recent thing from 2016. She played Sister Blister in Officer Down. So there you go. Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is a full moon production. Folks, if you've ever seen a full moon picture, you know exactly what this is. You know what you're getting into should you decide to watch this movie.
I want to say,
what are you gonna rate it?
Oh, man. Oh, man. I guess a 1. No, you know what? I'm going to give it a 2, only for the simple fact that Kraa was so badass.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still giving it a 1. It's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie at all. But Kraa, I just love the design so much. He looks so good. Every time he's on the screen, I was just like, badass. Every angle they show him, he's so cool. I love it. And I'm just so sad that this movie was garbage.
Well, if this Revenge of Lord Doom movie is real, supposedly Kraa and Zarkor are both in it. But I'll believe it when I see it. We'll keep our eyes open. We'll let you know, folks, if we hear anything about it. Or it could just be some fanboy's fever dream. So there you go, folks. That was Kraa, ! The sea monster. Next week, we will be finally leaving 1998.
No, wait.
To watch 1999's... What?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry, you're right.
Yeah. Gamera 3. Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris.
Yeah.
Is 1998, which will sort of wrap up our second season. We're going to sneak in one last movie that we kind of passed by accident. We're going to do the remake of Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
I'm excited for that.
92 or 93. Somehow it fell off our list and we missed it, but we need to do it. That's on YouTube. Gamera 3, I think, is on Prime. And it's probably also on Pluto because of their Godzilla channel that they have. And possibly a couple other places. But you should be able to stream it free somewhere.
I feel like we deserve a Gamera film. Yeah, I think after the last two movies we've watched, I think we really need that Gamera film.
Yeah. And then what we're going to call our third season will begin with Godzilla 2000 because that is really entering a new era of Godzilla and of kaiju. The Millennium Era, they call it. So there you go, folks. Please, if you enjoy our little chats here, rate and review us on all the things, wherever you listen to this. Follow us on all of our socials that you can find links to at mmftg.com. Send us a message. Tell us if you liked Kraa or hated Kraa, or if you watched Planet Patrol. I'm going to finish watching it, and I'll talk about it a little bit next week, I think. And consider following us on Patreon. Consider becoming a patron. Patreon.com/mmftg. And if you become a patron, you can request a movie for us to talk about. Whatever your favorite or least favorite movie is, whatever you want.
And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be kaiju. It could be anything.
No. Because if it's kaiju, we'll get to it eventually. But you can ask any kind of movie. We do reserve the right to say no. And as we've said, we will never do Twilight unless we get 100 patrons. Then we will do Twilight. God help us. So until next week, I have been Precious D.
And I've been Honey Bee.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements.
And please, don't misuse science.
We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go.
Yeah.
You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and review us on your podcasting platform of choice. Our theme song is by the Texacato folk rock punk featuring Lita Lopez. You can support the show, find links to our social media, and even leave us a voice message at anchor.fm/mmftg.